Hola and welcome to another live episode of Robo Luchador. This week's lucha is scheduled for one fall. The win condition being you've got to figure out how HoloLens works on the atomic scale.
What?
Gotta break it down to the molecule, Ryan. Break it down to the molecule. Today's
Drop Mike, walks out of the ring.
Today's contestants are myself, Russell,
Ryan. Even though, I just left the ring and whatnot,
Daniel.
but...
Way to interrupt Chessie's intro, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Damn.
Ryan's
I'm a more important cast member than Chessie is, so...
the first person that gets closest to winning this match, I'm going to hit with a chair and take credit for everything.
Well, I know how the glasses work. I don't know how the hologram works. So I'm halfway there.
I don't care how it works. That thing blew my mind.
Yeah, so...
I want one, even. I don't play Minecraft, but I want one. Just for my...
Okay, so for those of you joining us now, we are live on Twitch. For those of you listening to the recording, we're sorry. We want to interact with you. This was very short notice because we weren't sure if we could do this at all until yesterday.
And if we hadn't done this, we wouldn't have a show this week. So...
Well, we would have managed something. It might have just been me and you this week, Ryan, but we would have managed something. So, we're all here. We've all did our best to watch E3 this week. We've kept up with so much that my head is about to explode, and we are all just, this has been the best E3 I've seen in a long time. Since they started doing this mass broadcast, this is by far the best one. It really is.
Yeah, I get depressed around E3 each year because I miss G4 TV.
Oh, God, yeah. But Bethesda did make me happy. Pre-show and post-show to their press conference had Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
Oh,
I missed that one.
Yeah, I was just ecstatic for that.
I got bored halfway through that one. I think I lost interest after Hearthstone, the Elder Scrolls edition.
Seriously, I'm glad I'm not the only one who was just like, alright, an MMO, a collectible card game, a new thing called Bethesda Net that links all of this shit together. Is Bethesda becoming Blizzard? That was my thought process.
Bethesda will never own half of the moon.
Well, they can own the other half.
Nope. That half is promised to me.
What if someone buys you out, Daniel? Buys it out from under you. Promises are broken when money gets involved.
What's up, Morgan?
Oh, we have... Morgan's in the chat? Yay! Morgan!
Yeah, that's what my phone was going off for. I was letting him know.
Okay.
Thank you for favoriting all my tweets. I mean, even the ones that I post on Facebook and have absolutely nothing to do with anything geek related. But thank you for favoriting all my tweets.
Who's in the chat right now? Like I said, I need to make certain people moderators.
Am I able to post pictures in the chat?
That's why I need to make you a moderator. You can post links if I make you a moderator, but for some odd reason, it's not letting me see who's in chat. My chat went down. Look, are we broadcasting? Can you hear? Because it says loading video right now. As long as you can see the logo, good. I can't even see the logo. I'm going... Oh, there's Daniel, so... User, timeout, user, ban user, op user. Just come
Oops,
on.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna try to. I'll check.
Okay, fine. If you're gonna be difficult, Twitch. /mod.
I think my mom has like 18 different weather apps on this computer.
Way to go, Daniel. You're a moderator. And slash.
Can I post pictures?
You should be able to. Or links to pictures, at least.
Shit. I've already started closing stuff.
Oh, candy.
And Ryan, you're a mod now.
Yay!
Alright, E3.
I want some of Chessie's candy.
Okay, where do we start? Where do we start?
Bethesda, since we've already been there, but
I mean, we just mentioned it because I talked about the Adam Sessler Morgan Webb hosting, pre and post hosting. But do you want to start at the top?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't exactly say Bethesda is the top.
Who did better? Who did better?
Fuck, what was the other one I watched?
If you say
I'll tell you who it wasn't. Nintendo.
I don't know. Nintendo?
Square Enix. Square
Enix was not better.
Far better than Bethesda.
No, it was not. What did they show? Did they show you any gameplay?
All I'm saying is Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, that's great, but we don't know how that game's gonna play. I mean, I'm excited for that. Don't get me wrong. I jumped shit when I saw that at the Sony conference. But that's a
I cried.
I about did, because Sony dropped 3 huge bombs.
Because I've been saying that they'd remake it since the PS3.
Sony dropped the remake.
Although I am kind of worried that the remake of Final Fantasy VII means the end of the Final Fantasy series.
I mean, that's what the creator said it was going to be. Like, he said we would remake this when we ran out of ideas. Have they really run out of ideas? Because, I mean, 15 looks so good. And I was really disappointed it wasn't at E3. And it's not good. It's going to be, like, we'll probably get a release date at Tokyo Game Show. And that release date will be 2016. I was disappointed with the Kingdom Hearts trailer. I was glad it was there. But my disappointment was half of the trailer that wasn't cutscene was footage we'd seen already, just recut into it. Like no, Square was by far not better than Bethesda. Square was a good C, in my opinion. They got a pass, but they had very little gameplay. Most of it was pre-rendered cutscenes. That means we don't even know if that's going to be gameplay engine. Okay.
I just heard back from Morgan.
The reason I'm saying that Square Enix was better than Bethesda is because they didn't introduce Final Fantasy, the card game, on the internet.
Soon.
Have you not played, let's see, which one was it? I think a Ghetto's a card battle system. Type O is what it's called now. Yeah, Type O is a card battle system. Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories is a card battle system. Birth by Sleep's a card battle system. Crisis Core is a card battle system. Square loves card systems. They just haven't made the collectible card game aspect of it yet.
Yeah.
Give them time. Give them time. They live in Japan where physical card games do far better than digital ones.
I love Crisis Core so much. That's the only one that doesn't bother me with the cards.
Well, it's more of a card plus roulette system.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. And now I have to go play that before 7 comes out.
Nope, I'll let's play it, because I knew only one person who had a DS, and they were playing it and would not loan me, not DS, a Vita, and would not loan me their Vita.
Huh.
But, I mean,
I've played Crisis Core like 3 times.
Like, yeah, Square had a lot of games that we all finally wanted to see. I just don't think those games, like what they did at that presentation, makes them better than anyone. Like, seriously, the only people they beat in my mind is EA. and EA had Pele, which is really hard to beat. But we'll talk Bethesda first, since it was the first one of the week. They started strong with Doom. Doom looked amazing.
That came in about halfway through, so...
the stuff they're doing with Doom is great. I don't expect it to be a Call of Duty killer. I really don't. But what I saw of Doom looked really good. I love the fast-paced action. I absolutely love the health system. Because they've said the original Doom didn't have a recharging health system. Why should the new one? But we're not going to screw you and put health packs scattered across the map at random intervals that may or may not be there. To get health back, you have to kill your opponent. You have to kill the enemy. How many times in Halo have we just hunkered down, Daniel, and let our health recharge?
We used to use the tag team thing.
Yeah,
one of us would run in and throw grenades until we died, and then respawn, and then the other person would do it.
Yeah, I don't think you can do that in Doom now. You have to get a kill to get health.
Well, that
Ryan is speechless. The multiplayer looks just as fast-paced as the single player does.
I think that's completely idiotic. Having to kill somebody to recharge a little bit of health.
Well, Ryan, did you play first-person shooters back in the day?
Everybody playing Quake.
Yeah, I mean, that's Quake's the successor to Doom. Like, did you play Quake? Half-Life.
I never played Half-Life.
Daniel, shut up. We know this. I've given you one Half-Life to play on Steam for free. I may start gifting you the rest. I'm looking at Daniel's image links.
They're all Spider-Man memes.
Oh God, the sandwich. But yeah, I mean, and if their customization game type / map maker is half of what they said it was going to be, it's going to be better than Halo's. Yes, Morgan, you're right. It was the only way to beat some of the older games in Legendary.
Oh yeah? Reach had an achievement that you had to beat Legendary on your own. Guess who got it?
Fuck you, Daniel. Fuck you.
Daggone right.
That achievement
about myself on Legendary. Who wants to touch me? I said, who wants to freaking touch me?
That achievement right there is why I stopped achievement hunting.
I really tried in that game, and then they released DLC, and I don't do DLC.
No. But I do like what we'll get to Microsoft soon. But I did like what they're doing with DLC and Halo in the next installment. But yeah, the Doom looked good. Everything about it looked good. I'm excited. I hope I get my beta key soon. Then we moved on to what else? The only other game that was out there, which was the one game that everyone wanted to see but was not sure. Dishonored. Daniel, stop with the pictures, please.
I can't.
I think we lost Ryan. I think I pissed him off.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I don't know why you think you'd piss me off.
Oh, I mean, the whole Square better than Bethesda thing just blows my mind. But we'll talk about Square here in a little bit, too, because they did a lot of good, and I do want to hand them to it, and then they did a lot of weird.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. I don't care which one did better. I really don't.
You're getting some of the games you've been wanting for a while. That's all you care about.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
I think that's all anybody should.
Yeah,
work
honestly, this whole who won E3 thing is kind of above me, or below me. But yeah, Bethesda did really good, and then all of the Fallout information was just amazing. I'm sorry, I nerded out so hard that last half hour.
I was really cool with the Fallout. That was really good.
I within a day of that announcement, I pre-ordered the Pip-Boy edition, which if you didn't do within that time
Elder
window,
Scrolls.
if you didn't do within that time window, with Fallout, you didn't get. It's sold out on Bethesda's shop. It's sold out on Amazon. It's sold out on Best Buy. I don't think it ever listed on the web for GameStop because it's probably sold out in their stores too. I managed to pre-order. I'm very happy about my pre-order. I even downloaded Fallout Shelter, which I think we need to talk about outside of E3. Let's just throw some history in the last year. I agree, Morgan. I agree. Nothing had a release date. And they're almost finished game. Well, I think, no, I'll take that back. I think Tomb Raider's coming out later this year. I'll have to look that up.
There was a lot of stuff that had, I think, release dates for fall or winter.
Yeah.
No!
Star Wars is November.
Yeah, end of November. And if you pre-order, you get the Jakku DLC for free. And that comes out December 3rd. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Seriously? That's going to be on 360?
Holiday?
It's all I've got is...
Yeah.
We'll probably get something at Gamescom.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, me too. I finally finished Tomb Raider. And it was, it's good. It surprised me. And I love the change to Lara Croft. I mean... It felt like a good origin story for her. Other than here's uptight British, very large-chested Lara Croft. She kicks a lot of ass, and she's hot.
And extremely pixelated.
Well, I mean, what can you ask for? It was a 32-bit 3D system. It wasn't going to be hyper-realistic. But I was very, very impressed. Who had the conference after them? Who started the next day?
Microsoft.
Microsoft did no wrong in my eyes. Microsoft usually does something to screw up really heavily, and it usually has to deal with peripherals, and Microsoft has the two peripherals I want the most. So, go figure.
I think I missed Microsoft.
You did! You had to leave before the Gears of War trailer even aired.
I watched it!
You finally saw it. What do you think? It was it was a little disappointing. It could have been better.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. It wasn't real bad.
It looked good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, Russell. I don't play Gears of War, and I'm excited for it.
Oh, no. I never said I wasn't excited. I'm just saying that's a very ambiguous gameplay trailer.
It did its job.
Yeah. It built
Someone who doesn't play the games wants to play the game.
Go now. Leave right now and go. I'll find my Xbox and hook it up and we'll do multiplayer.
What?
Because there's one that's like really hard in the first one.
Oh my god, that was my big problem, was like, ooh, I'm really good at third-person cover shooters. I'm gonna play Gears. I can't beat the first level. Why is this, like, on easy harder than those games on hard? But yeah, Microsoft did a lot of good. They showed off all their big exclusives. They left a lot of the ones a lot of people wanted to see from last year out. Like, that Dragon game was not here this year. And they said most of those are going to show up at Gamescom this year, so I'm kind of excited for that too. But Gamescom doesn't do the publicity that E3 does. So, I mean, it did really good. Like, Microsoft did good. And the two peripherals. Like, I hate when conferences talk about hardware, and when there's a new console on the talk, it's always the hardware. But I'm not gonna lie. The customization of the Elite controller has me excited. It is literally a controller that you can macro keyboard buttons to and play a MOBA with. Like it's customizable. The thumbsticks are removable, depending on if you like the dip down Xbox thumbsticks or the rubber topped PlayStation thumbsticks. The cross pad is magnetized. It's gorgeous. It's $150.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, look for the Xbox One Elite controller. It is a.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's an amazing controller. It's $150 US right now. And the only way I can validate that price point is this is not meant to be a console peripheral. This is a PC peripheral. And I've seen $200 gaming mouses. I don't know how to do that. How do you plural this? It's a mouse. Are multiples mice or mouses?
I think it would be mice.
You'd think, right?
Yeah.
Hello, Ash. Come here.
Oh god, and the kittens have come back.
Ash is getting really close to me on her own.
Don't you turn that camera on.
I won't. She ran away into the tunnel. I see you.
The other peripheral that they showed off, and though they didn't show it off, they showed it off in the best way, was I want a HoloLens. I want a HoloLens so damn bad.
So now, what is that?
Okay, everyone is doing VR, like virtual reality. Morpheus, the Morpheus for Sony, Oculus for the PC. Steam's got their own they're doing with HTC. So many others are just partnering with a cell phone and building a cell phone cozy for your face for VR. But the HoloLens is an alternate reality headset. It doesn't create another reality in front of you. It just adds stuff to your reality to make it more interesting. Like, let me get on YouTube and find the HoloLens demo. And just link that in the chat. Alright, here's Kotaku's video. You can hear that. I'm going to stop that real quick. Copy. Seriously, Ryan, this is the closest thing we will have to a holodeck. Right now. You will fall in flipping love with it. But that's the video. It's in the chat. So, yeah. I am very, 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 very excited for that. That's like the two peripherals I want. I don't think VR is a bad thing. I'm just so cautious around it. And I know, like, the winner is going to be whichever one porn backs. But I don't know how, like, I don't see these...
I just heard porn backs, and I'm not... I don't know.
Okay, let me rewind the Wayback Clock to the last console cycle. Microsoft comes forth saying HD DVD is going to be the future of DVDs. Sony comes forth and goes Blu-ray. Neither was making headway until the porn industry sided with Sony and was producing Blu-ray discs.
Well, no shit. I mean, that's going to be the easiest way to make money with that particular... I don't know. Never mind.
Yeah, I know. And right now, it's which one of these goggle systems is porn going to back?
I think I've seen something
Are we really
about.
discussing this.
Well, we're not talking about pornography in the sense of how it's performed. We're talking about it in the marketing sense of porn is a lot of money. And if they throw that money behind something, it generally wins a competition. This is why I think Jessie Jane is not allowed to compete in the Miss United States conference. Though they do have that rule against porn.
So if porn was to back me as president, I would win.
Generally, yeah.
Most likely.
Probably.
I have a plan.
I think it would only work if you were Evan Stone.
If Evan Stone was running this nation, I'd be scared. But, alright. Away from that thought process. Halo at the Microsoft conference looked amazing. No. Halo, Gears. Tomb Raider, nothing. Nothing about the games. We talk the peripherals, that's all we want to do. Alright, moving right along then to Electronic Arts.
Wait, what?
I asked if we wanted to talk about Halo, Gears of War, like...
Well, the Halo trailer's been floating around for a while, and then...
I want to play Halo now.
Yeah, they showed off a lot of good stuff for it.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the two things. The two things that made me excited for Halo 4 was, one, they're doing squad-based and they're acknowledging their expanded universe. I'm so happy Blue Team's going to be in a video game for the first time. Two, the person that's in charge of the squad-based programming is the same person who did it for Republic Commando.
I loved Republic Commando personally.
Exactly.
I did too. Very underrated game.
It is. It's one of the best squad-based shooters. Had the best partner AI I'd ever seen at the time. I love that game. And if it's on sale at Steam, it might be the third Steam sale purchase I make this month. Somebody stop me.
I wish I had money for Steam.
Well, I mean, I'm buying like AAA games at less than $10, so I feel good about these purchases.
My wife threatened me with the end of a broomstick.
I don't want to know. We can stop right here. Whatever happens in your bedroom needs to stay in your bedroom, Ryan.
Oh, it's not the bedroom, it's the beating.
Again, what happens in your bedroom needs to stay in your bedroom, Ryan.
But I love talking about my sex life on the air.
I don't.
Look, the look on her face is priceless.
She's gonna beat you live. I hope we get views for this. I will rechange this title to Ryan Dies on the air.
We're talking about how you threatened me if I bought anything on Steam.
Oh, it's
during
$10.
the Steam sale.
It's $10, but it's not a part of the Steam sale.
And
Daniel, I'm so sorry for what I just said.
End of a broomstick, and
it made it worse.
What?
He said what stays in your, what goes on in your bedroom should stay in your bedroom, and I said I love talking about my sex life on the show.
What did you say, Chet? Oh.
Nothing.
Why are you apologizing to Daniel for saying something then?
It's Daniel's. I mean, it's Ryan's fault.
Okay, away from Ryan's bedroom life and back to video games. Yeah, I'm really excited for this squad-based single player. Which is great is if you do the 4-player co-op, your co-op partners take one of those characters, and each character has unique abilities. Alright, everything went quiet again. There's Jessie, she's alive. Daniel, Ryan, are you dead? Do we get exclusive rights to your death?
I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding. Somebody call an ambulance, please.
Tell us how this...
That shouldn't go there.
Just but a flesh wound.
Okay. I think that covers it. We're really excited. Microsoft did a lot of good. If you had to give them a grade, I'd definitely say they got a B plus or an A minus this year. Next is EA. Okay, outside of Pele, what did EA do right? Oh, Star Wars. Sorry, slipped my mind. Battlefront looks amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, that slipped your mind.
No, it was an intentional thing, Daniel. Shut up. It's called showmanship. Battlefront looks amazing. DICE has stepped it up. I'm curious about some of the heroes. We know Boba Fett's one of them for the Empire. Vader's one. Luke's one. I wonder if Luke's outfit's going to change depending on the mission, because they did Hoth, and then you got Return of the Jedi Luke. I'm really hoping that changes just because I'm nitpicky. Very nitpicky. So much nitpick everywhere. But, especially with my Star Wars. But I am really, really, really excited for everything Battlefield related. And the Mass Effect trailer got me excited. Just because this is the 7th time it's been announced. Everyone's thoughts on EA?
All of EA's that I saw was when I brought the rent check over.
Okay.
They get a gold star.
Am I the only one that watched EA?
Probably.
I'm pretty sure I watched it.
Well, I don't remember. I think I missed some of it.
Okay.
But Daniel had to have watched it. He was on Skype with you.
He was. But Daniel was also nodding in and out. I can't remember what press conference it was. I'm like, Daniel, are you asleep? Daniel, are you asleep?
Oh, I passed out. I think it was right before Sony.
Yeah, I missed E3 E3. I missed EA for some reason. But then I later looked at it, so I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ubisoft. I didn't rage quit it.
Remember you had to link me to the Mass Effect.
Yeah. Ubisoft. Then we'll move on to them. Oh god, yeah, I'm excited for Mass Effect. I'm just glad BioWare's making another game. And the trailer to Tor's new expansion looked really good too.
Yeah, the trailer looks good, but
yeah, it's Tor. They've got a lot of gameplay issues to fix. So they do tell the best, that's the best single player experience I've ever had in an MMO. I really shouldn't have grabbed Waspinator. Now I'm playing with him.
Depends on what your definition of playing with him is. Because if you just grabbed him, then
Ryan, mind out of the gutter, damn it.
Just stop.
You're the one who put it there, Russell. You started talking about porn.
Stop. Just stop.
I was talking about porn as a business, not as an art form.
As an art form?
Chessie, one word for you. Facial.
God damn it. Don't corrupt the young one.
I'm already corrupt. That's Daniel.
Hey, she's not a minor anymore. It's not illegal.
You guys are going to get me fired.
From what? Work?
Yes, if they hear this, they're going to fire me.
Oh man, I could only hope that would happen to me.
The trash we've talked about your job, Daniel.
Watching right now. So.
The trash we have talked about your job. I'm surprised.
I volunteered for them to write me up, and they wouldn't do it.
What'd they do?
They just laughed. They thought I was joking.
Daniel doesn't joke when it comes to losing that job. Okay, Oh, I know what I screwed up on. Okay. An announcement that didn't really have a press conference that got me real excited. Platinum Games, the people that made Bayonetta, Metal Gear Solid Rising, or Metal Gear Rising, I can't remember how that one's pronounced. Those guys, who are really amazing, they have the Transformer license. And they showed off a new Transformer game at E3, and it looks amazing. It's very G1, very much inspired by the IDW comics. I'm kind of excited. But let's move on to Ubisoft. What did everyone think of Ubisoft's press conference?
I didn't see it, but I'm going to guess Assassin's Creed.
You're right there, actually. And as much as I don't want to go back into that series, this is one of my favorite time periods and one of my favorite locations in that time period. This is early Industrial Revolution. It's when the gang wars were happening in London, when industry was booming through London. It's a very interesting time period. It's very much where the steampunk era begins. Victorian London. I love the setting. I'm still mad about the last 3 Assassin's Creed games.
Russell holds a grudge.
I want South Park.
Oh my god, that's what kept me watching that conference. Was they started it off with South Park Stick of Truth 2, aka they're not doing fantasy, they're doing superheroes, and it's now called Fractured Butthole. I can't say that without laughing. All I do is I think about the bigger, longer, and uncut. Yeah, like, Ryan gets it. The original title for the South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, was All Hell Breaks Loose, but they couldn't get the censors to agree to that. So they went with Bigger, Longer, and Uncut because they're like, I wonder if they'll realize we're talking about a large, uncircumcised penis. And by the time they did, by the time the censors did, they'd already approved it. So yeah, I'm just looking at Fractured Butthole, and I'm like, did Ubisoft like say you can't on the title, or is it just letting them go? In no way of what I speak of an art form. It all depends, Morgan. The human body is considered a work of art. But, yeah, Ghost Recon Assassin's Creed, Ghost Recon looked good. The Tom Clancy games in general, they had 2, Rainbow Six Siege, and, what was the other one? The one in, like, the military zone city, that's kind of like apocalypse setting, but not nuclear. Very dystopian setting. I'm trying to remember that one. That looked good. I just can't remember the title. But the Tom Clancy games looked real good. Ubisoft did okay. Yeah. They managed not to piss me off more, and they're the only ones who still parade out. Yes, Division. They're the only ones that still parade out celebrities. So, alright, after that was Sony. Sony's press conference was weird for me. But what are you guys' thoughts on, Ubisoft? Anything coming from them that caught your attention?
I'm thinking about picking up, Siege, if Bruce does.
Yeah. If you've got enough friends playing that game, it's going to be worth picking up. I don't know if I will. I need more Xbox Live friends who don't just play Madden.
Blake and Dustin.
Yeah. That's
Can you guys hear me?
Sports games are still a thing.
Yeah. And
you guys can hear me?
Yes, Chessie, we can still hear you.
My computer froze.
Oh.
Um. Hmm.
Hold on for a little bit, or I mean, you can restart and I can add you back to the call.
Uh.
Yay, technical difficulties.
I wish we had music for this. That was non-copyrightable.
Okay. It's back.
Okay, everything's good.
I have too many tabs open.
That's me right now. I'm trying to keep 2 or 3 open.
Me too. All of mine are Spider-Man memes.
I have Steam and World of Warcraft pulled up.
Daniel, we're creating a monster.
I'm trying to figure out how to get it.
It should be up like
God!
What was that?
That was the Heroes trailer.
Oh yeah, that was. That was hard. That was totally Jim Raynor.
Oops.
Nah, you're good. Ubisoft did okay. I wasn't completely pissed. I'm intrigued by Assassin's Creed, but let's move on to Sony. Am I the only one who was just like not completely upset with Sony? Sony did a really good job, but am I the only one who was just like, whose playbook are they reading? Because this isn't theirs. Like, I spent the entire Sony press conference being like, okay, this reminds me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. How they just presented themselves. And the winner for Sony's press conference for me was Unraveled. That game was outright adorable.
Yes. How do I make this go away?
But Sony's press conferences remind me of Microsoft 2 years ago. All these firsts, and we're going to have it here first. It's going to be exclusive here first. We're going to have this first, that first. Get your first on with Sony. And I was just like, okay. And then there's a lot of third-party games. Sure, one of those third-party games was an exclusive, but I don't care that much about Street Fighter. Though I do like the new fighters, though I don't understand them calling Cammy a new fighter.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I was like, here are new fighters! Cammy! I'm like, she's been around since 2, man.
And she was in the last game.
Uh-huh.
I think it's entertaining, though, that Sony has basically admitted that they cannot afford to keep exclusive titles anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, to do that is so nerve-wracking because, like, if you talk to any developer or publisher, you want to know what they do? You want to know what they charge for an exclusive title? The projected outcome of sales for the consoles you're preventing. So when Capcom sold them Street Fighter as an exclusive, Sony paid to keep it off of the Xbox. Paid that difference, what they would have made by selling it on the Xbox. Projected.
So, just shy of probably $400 million?
Yeah, like, exclusives are expensive. That's why Microsoft has been like, unless it comes from one of our first-party studios, don't expect for exclusive things. Though, I do love that Fallout 4 is going to have mods on a console. I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm excited.
Did you even mention... Yeah, we can still hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I can.
Everything's going in and out.
Do you need to restart?
It's been like the internet went out on my phone, and it's starting really bad. So I was just checking you guys can still hear me.
Yeah. But...
Because there's a little question mark. Okay. Continue.
Yeah, I mean... No, and we should have brought that up during the Microsoft press conference, that Fallout will have mods on both PC and the Xbox, but... I mean, like, Sony's presentation just reminded me so much of Microsoft from 2 years ago, before Phil Spencer took over. Ah, Phil Spencer, the man who saved Microsoft. Him and his t-shirts. But yeah, I mean, Sony did okay. I would have liked to have seen more of the first party wise because Hitman was good. I liked seeing Hitman. We learned more about that at Square's conference. You should be excited to own an Xbox One. It's not a bad console. It really isn't. It's not. I was disappointed that all my friends went PS4 first.
I got both.
I'm working on the second one. It'll probably be sometime next year though, before I can get this. And trust me, if I can get it before Ratchet and Clank, it means I don't have to go kidnap Daniel's PlayStation 4 to play Ratchet and Clank.
There's a Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, they're okay. This is how it didn't pop. They did the trailer before E3 a while back, but they were there showing the game off. This is how that trailer starts. It's a game about a movie about a game. It's going to tie in with the Ratchet and Clank game, and it's going to tie in with the Ratchet and Clank movie, which is a movie based on the original game. So it's kind of a reboot, but it's kind of different, and it's interesting, and I'm really excited to play it because I love the original Ratchet and Clank games. Love them. The original trilogy was my favorite. Yeah. So I didn't know that the Hitman was being based off Blood Money in the sandbox way. I knew they were like trying to do a sandbox setting for everything in the way you can go everywhere, approach it different ways, and replay a mission to get better.
Halfway through that trailer.
What?
I got bored halfway through the Hitman trailer.
It was a little boring, but if you paid attention to it, there was a lot of good things about it.
I only liked watching someone play Hitman.
So what you're saying is we got to get Bruce to get it, and we got to make him stream it.
Yeah.
I wonder if he still listens.
Yeah, he does.
Okay. Hi, Bruce! Comment below. Yeah, I mean, Sony was interesting. I'm really excited for Hitman, though that's not a first-party exclusive. It got announced there. It looked really good. There was a lot of good at Sony's press conference, which brings us into day one of the official show starting, and our last two press conferences, because I didn't watch PC Gaming, and then when I read the news about PC Gaming, the only thing like newsworthy from it was two announcements made by Blizzard. So let's talk Nintendo. Who watched their digital thing?
By the time I made it to the stream, it was practically over.
I mean, they did it like again last year. They did some sort of goofy presentation. Sure, it wasn't Robot Chicken, but Nintendo's E3 announcements were done really right this year. Anything that got announced on Sunday immediately went live in the store. Like, both the Smash characters went live that got announced on Sunday. And then Earthbound Beginnings, the Mother 1 game, got announced and went live just as soon as it got announced. Like, that's one of the best part about Nintendo is if they're gonna, like, some of the stuff they announce goes immediately on sale, especially for their digital distribution stuff, which all of that was. Outside of those, I liked Star Fox. It looked really good. I liked the in-between presentations of, like, Mario Maker levels and the Nintendo Muppets of Reggie, Iwata, and
I did see that.
Those were great. Star Fox was good. The one game that is coming to Nintendo on Wii U exclusively that wasn't in the press conference that I think we need to be more hyped about was Fatal Frame, the new one. Other than that, there wasn't many console games that didn't either have amiibos, which was terrifying because my only problem with the shooter, the squid shooter thing, I can't think of the name of it right now, the new one that just came out 2 weeks ago. Splatoon. My only problem with it is all the challenge maps for that, all the challenge mode challenges for that game are behind an amiibo paywall. You have to own the 3 amiibos to complete that game.
That's stupid.
The 3 amiibos?
Yes. The 3 amiibos of the Amiipocalypse. But, yeah, if it wasn't a party game that involved amiibos, there really wasn't much. Now, the 3DS looked amazing. Not one, 2 new Metroid games to the 3DS. One is a 4-player co-op shooter.
Uh-oh.
I need 2 more. I need 2 more friends with 3DSs.
I don't have the money.
I know. The other one was a soccer game, a Morph Ball soccer game with it. 2 new Fire Emblem games, Fire Emblem and Persona Fire Emblem, which is a Persona Fire Emblem crossover. Which the Personas are Fire Emblem characters. It's really weird and kind of awesome. Hyrule Warrior being ported to the 3DS looked amazing. And we'll have exclusive Wind Waker characters. The Zelda 4 Swords -1, or the 3-player co-op Zelda, it looks good.
I'm being threatened.
By who? I will beat
My
them
sister.
up. I will beat... Well, I can't beat up your sister. She's a minor.
No, you can. I give you my full permission.
You're still a minor! Why
Doesn't really work according to the laws.
No. Nintendo showed off a lot of good games, and Yoshi's Woolly World, I want to play it. It's one of the few amiibos I want, because the amiibos are actual plushes. They're yarn plushes.
Yeah.
Morgan, to answer your question about the Fire Emblem series, it's okay. It's one of the RPG series that has existed on Nintendo for a very long time. We only recently got it in the U.S. After the success of the characters in Brawl, heavily. And it's a tactical RPG. Like a grid-based tactical RPG. And death was permanent. Like
No.
So if one of your party members died, they stayed dead. But you had huge parties. Which I think they don't do the death is permanent thing anymore. But
Cricket.
yeah,
cricket,
we went silent. Sorry about that. Nintendo was really good. I would still love to see them do a full official press conference again. Which, when the next happens, we'll probably see them do a huge console again. But we don't know when that's going to happen. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Did you mention the backwards compatibility?
No, God,
Xbox?
no, I didn't. I forgot all about that. So, also coming part of the Windows 10 update for Xbox is the Xbox One will now be completely backwards compatible compatible with the 360. So, and here's the great thing. When you put a game in on the Xbox One and the 360, all your achievements transfer. So I'm really excited. And I know for one thing they're saying is, especially with the Rare 30th Anniversary Collection announced at the Xbox One, is there's a rumor, and I can't remember if that's true or not, that if you've played the games before, all the achievements will pop for the Banjo games. So it's like put the disc in, play the game, instant 100%. Achievement scores are going to rise so hard if those have point values. But no, I forgot all about the backwards compatibility. Thank you, Daniel. I am not talking about EA's subscription service, though, because I don't know how that works. And I'm not really excited about it.
I think it's excellent.
It is. I mean, they're giving you free games for paying
$30 for 1 year.
Yeah, and you're getting free games for it, or games on a discount for it. Like, every month will give you a different free game. The first two are Dragon Age Inquisition and Battlefield, I think. Hardline are going to be the first two free games, and then you get a discount for any other EA title you buy online on the Xbox Store. So yeah, it's good. Meh. I don't know. But Nintendo did okay. Well, they said it was in the Windows 10 window, is what they're calling it. Like the launch window for Windows 10. And Windows 10, according to this update in the bottom right-hand corner of mine, comes out July 29th.
What? Yeah,
So,
you started doing
yeah, kind of excited for that. I'm going to be doing that. It's going to be good. Good. I'm really excited for actually the Windows 10 update to the Xbox, because some of the things they talked about are amazing. Like the ability to stream Xbox games to your PC. If that works as advertised, it's going to be so easy to make Let's Plays with the Xbox now. And I mean so easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see how that would be real easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. Oh, Ryan, down boy. Apparently you're loud. I don't get how you're loud. You're not loud on my end.
I have no idea.
I will turn my speaker volume down. Alright, speaker volume's down. Fix that, Morgan. Thank you. Stop teasing me. But yeah, so Nintendo did okay. Let's talk Square. We've mentioned them. We discussed the Final Fantasy series. We're really excited for that. The Kingdom Hearts trailer. What little they gave us, like Sora's new appearance, young Xenohort, and what was the other master's name from Birth by Sleep?
I don't remember.
Quiz something. Them as students. You can see Xenohort's. You can see Master Xenohort's Keyblade hanging on the wall. They talk about the Keyblade War. They talk about the Chosen the Chosen Keyblade Masters. I'm very, very, very excited to see where this goes. I really am. My prediction to the story is, especially after playing Deep Dive, is how that's going to work is they need 7 Keyblade Masters, and Riku's 1, Mickey's 1. They're going to train Kairi and Lee to be 1. That's 4. They need 3 more. Sora already wields a Keyblade. I say we give Donald and Goofy Keyblades and call it a day.
Keyblades for everybody.
Seriously, that's how it's starting to feel.
Can I have a Keyblade?
Why not?
You get a Keyblade. You get a Keyblade. You get a Keyblade. That lightsaber? Yeah, it's a Keyblade now.
Dude, some of the Tron weapons looked like that.
Everybody
Oh
look under your
no! I
seats?
saw somewhere on Facebook, I believe it was, that Disney is considering having a Star Wars world built into
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my
Kingdom
God.
Hearts 3.
Oh my god, that was... Oh, please, please. When they put Tron in the last one, I got so excited. Please. Please. I want a bright blue lightsaber Keyblade. It can be called the Force.
I want purple one because Mace Windu was always my favorite.
That's Sam Jackson. Of course he's your favorite. He's no one... Sam Jackson is not
It's Sam
anyone's...
Jackson. He's everybody's favorite.
Exactly. No, if they put Star Wars in, I've heard a lot of rumors about levels they're wanting to put in. There's rumors that Marvel is getting a level in Keyblade, a level in Kingdom Hearts 2 as well. I'm not against that.
You mean 3?
Yeah, like I'm not against Kingdom Hearts 3 having a Marvel level.
If they have a Marvel level, I'd say it would probably run more along the lines of Big Hero 6 than Avengers.
I would be happy with both. Actually, I would say it would run more along the lines of like the cartoons, like Disney Infinity did. And not the
Cinematic universe.
Yeah. No, it
I
was
think
Go ahead, Ryan.
I think if I read somewhere that the Marvel is getting kind of leery about its cinematic universe continuing because it's at the point now where there's so much backstory. It's going to be hard to have a new movie that can be watched by itself, that can be an individual entity.
Well, that's half the reason why
They're rebooting
so much of Phase 3 is new characters. Like Black Panther, the Inhumans.
Marvel is rebooting their entire universe in the comics. Right now.
Yeah. The comics are getting rebooted. But we're not talking about movies and comic books today, Ryan. Video games only.
No, I was explaining to Melanie what I was talking about with the reboot.
No, yeah. Yeah.
No.
Let's see. I mean, yeah, like, my biggest complaint was better than half that Kingdom Hearts trailer was footage we'd already seen before, repurposed for a new trailer. Like, we'd already seen most of the fight scenes, most of the new summons, which are, instead of being based on a specific Disney character now, they're going to be based on a specific Disney theme park ride.
Oh, God. The Haunted House.
Well, we've seen teacups. We've seen the train from one of them. I can't remember the name of it. And then there's one of the. There's a pirate ship that swings back and forth.
Oh, God. Why don't they just go with the Final Fantasy summons? I mean, I think Bahamut would look awesome as a.
Hey, I was happy.
Kingdom Hearts summon.
I used Mushi a lot in Kingdom Hearts 1. Just had this little dragon on my shoulder shooting fireballs.
Mushu.
Yeah. Like, and then it was Stitch in Kingdom Hearts 2, but that's because Stitch is my favorite Disney character. And I loved his story in Birth by Sleep. It made me cry.
I'm getting a Lilo and Stitch tattoo.
You showed me. Yeah, that's adorable. That kind of wraps up the press conferences with Square. Let's talk about some of the things we saw.
Morgan, what the hell?
What? What'd you do? Link the...
Never played a Kingdom Hearts game?
Daniel.
I know.
I've tried. I've tried with Daniel. I've put him down in front of the games, and he's just like, I'm not playing. You can't make me. I'm like, look, Daniel, it's fun. It's goofy. It's Donald.
Daniel. I have words for Daniel.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Melanie
We're
just
no
told me
longer
she's never
friends.
played a Final.
Ryan can't.
Melanie just told me she's never played a Final Fantasy game before.
You have 13 and a working Xbox in your house. That's not the best introduction to the series, though. Get on Steam and buy. I think 6 is on Steam. Buy 5 or 6. If nothing, 7's on Steam.
Honestly, somewhere I have a copy of every Final Fantasy up to and including 10-2.
Okay. Both
I have
copies of
12
Final Fantasy,
somewhere, but-
both Final Fantasy 4 and Final Fantasy 4 After Years is on Steam. 7, 8 are on Steam. 3's on Steam. The freaking MMO's on Steam. The first one, not the new one.
Both of them.
Well,
Are both of them or just 14?
no, I'm talking about 11.
I have
Oh,
a really
okay.
stupid question,
Uh-huh.
and I really don't want to ask.
Oh, Lord.
I'll
Maybe
text-
you should type
I'll-
it on Facebook, Jesse.
I'll just yeah.
No,
I'll just
that's
ask.
going to be worse because then people are going to be asking, why did Russell blow up?
No, I'm not going to ask you.
Oh. Okay.
I'm already yelling at Daniel right now, so I'll just include that in that text.
Oh God.
Daniel,
Wait, I
want
want to know what's being asked. I meant message the group, not
Yeah,
just Daniel.
Okay.
that's...
Okay. I'll just leave that yelling at Daniel.
Is that the Skyrim... Was that what I thought that was the Skyrim Thomas the Tank Engine mod?
Yeah.
I hope that makes an appearance somehow and that gets brought back in for Fallout 4. Like Thomas the Super Mutants. That's half the reason Daniel's excited for Ant-Man was the Thomas the Tank Engine scene.
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay.
No, just the games.
Okay.
No. That's not a stupid question. You've never had Steam before. That's logical. Steam is completely free.
Okay.
Yeah, you just pay for the games or the hats.
The hats.
Yeah, hats in like Team Fortress 3 is completely free, but the hats are not.
The memes. The memes.
Like Team Fortress 2 is completely free, but the hats, gotta pay money for the hats.
I don't get that about what the hell's up with the hats?
It's a cosmetic thing. Your characters can wear hats. You get some for free for owning certain games, but it's just a cosmetic thing. Valve is very much free DLC if it's gameplay, paid DLC if it's cosmetic. And I don't care for that. Like, I'm not gonna buy cosmetic shit. It's like every time there's an armor pack and I find out the stats on the armor before buying it, I won't buy it because 9 times out of 10 it's just cosmetic.
Well, I understand that because at least, you know, you don't have to pay for... If you don't want the cosmetic shit, then you don't have to pay for it, but it's not going to change your gaming experience any.
That's like Yoshi's Woolly World. It's amiibo friendly, but the amiibos don't change gameplay. They're just cosmetic. With the exception of the Woolly World amiibos, which if you put one of those on, a AI Yoshi pops in for a little while and then helps you out.
No.
Is there a kitty on the
No.
laptop?
No.
Why are you...
Something. A video started loading.
Okay.
I clicked on something.
Stop
trying to-
clicking things.
All right.
I'm trying to get Steam so that when this is over. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Okay. So, all in all, let's get everyone's top fives. I want to go last. And it can be anything. And it doesn't have to be specifically from lowest to highest. And it just your 5 favorite things.
Hold on, I'm pausing.
Okay. We'll start with Daniel.
Thank God.
Well,
I was going to start with Ryan, but IRL happened.
Okay.
all right then. Top 5 things from
All right.
E3, huh?
Bye.
Backwards compatibility is a big thing.
It was Eric. He doesn't want me to pick him up. Sorry about that. The roommate.
We heard.
Yeah.
You forgot
Okay.
to mute your mic.
Yeah,
That's better.
I
I
don't
enjoy
have a
Eric.
mute option on my mic.
Okay.
I
No,
like
there's
to
a
be
mute
kept
option on Skype.
informed.
That little microphone is a mute button. But
I
going
mute
on.
myself all the time.
All right, going on. Oh, yeah. Okay, before we continue, Morgan, the microtransactions in Halo multiplayer are cosmetic. It's just armor packs, like which armor instead of. But from what I understand, you can also earn those by earning in-game credits as well. So, because Halo's giving away their map packs for free, but making you pay for the armor. You want an armor pack? You gotta pay. But
I
Yeah.
won't.
moving back to Daniel's top 5,
I forgot where I was.
you said backwards compatibility.
Backwards compatibility.
Yes. All of the games that I've never played getting me excited to play.
Like you've got
Gears, Final Fantasy VII, the Kingdom Hearts thing.
Daniel was excited about Tangled because it could lead to Frozen.
I've never watched Frozen or Tangled.
Tangled's good. I don't care for Frozen.
I never watched Tangled, but I've seen Frozen like a zillion times.
Tangled's the better movie in my opinion.
My
Which
nephew's in love
conference had
with-
the awkward
Let it
French guy?
go.
My
Let it
nephew's in
go.
love-
Hang on, wait.
Can't
Daniel
hold
asked
it
a
back
question.
anymore.
Ryan, shut up.
My nephew called Elsa and Anna sexy, so
Okay,
And
what were
he's
you
3.
asking, Daniel? Which conference had what?
Which conference had the awkward French guy?
Ubisoft? Maybe? They're a French
wanna-
company?
I want to see. Was it Ubisoft?
Yeah,
Did I
they're a
watch
French.
Ubisoft's?
They're a
yeah, it was Ubi.
Yeah, it was Ubisoft. That French guy. He's in my top 5.
Okay, Daniel's things went out of the way and do not include video games or peripherals.
No, that's just 4. Shut up. I'm not done.
Backwards compatibility, Gears, Final Fantasy, awkward French.
No,
guy.
all of that was grouped into one. Have you not had a math question that was like, do this, and then it had like A, B, C?
Daniel's just created a top 10.
Good, because I've got like 20 so far.
The lens thing with Minecraft, it completely blew my mind.
Yeah, HoloLens, it was amazing.
And the Arkham trailer with all of the Scarecrow stuff
Oh my god.
scared the daylights out of
Oh
me.
my god.
Like I
hate
started screaming at Bruce. I don't even know what was going on.
I hate that only Sony's getting that DLC.
Suck it.
Kiss my ass. Have you bought the game yet?
No.
I'm going to be
don't have a
live
car.
streaming midnight when I can launch that game. When that game
I'll-
unlocks, I'm going to be
It'll launch Monday into Tuesday, so I could get it.
if you prepay.
I'll
If you
disappear for a week.
yeah, that's pretty much what's going to happen to me. If you
I've
buy
got
it,
work week. Except Monday night.
Yeah.
Wait, what? When's it come out Tuesday? Oh,
This
crap, I
Tuesday.
work that day.
If you
Hmm.
okay, Ryan, you want to give us your top 5?
If I can make it all the way up to 5.
Like I said,
Number 1 is the Pit Boy.
the Pit Boy edition.
No, just the Pip-Boy by itself. Yes, the edition.
There was a French guy in mine, so I can have the Pip-Boy.
Oh no, Ryan, like that's fair. I've already pre-ordered that damn thing, $120 and all.
Yeah, I can't afford that, but the Pip-Boy edition, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, Kingdom Hearts 3, Star Wars, the new tour, the new tour thing.
Ryan, keep thinking for a second. I have to go real quick.
All right, Ryan, you get a top 10. Daniel made a top 10. Daniel turned his number 2 into 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Well, I forgot Star Wars, so I got to boot the French guy out. He's got to go.
Well, if that's the case, I don't know what number 5 would be, but number 6 is Hitman.
Hitman's really good.
Number 7 is Tomb Raider.
Pick the French guy.
I didn't watch Ubisoft's. I watched Square Enix and I watched Bethesda. That's pretty much it.
Oh boy.
I'm going to put it in there at number 5, but it's going to be probably the most hated.
Okay, Morgan, you can have a top 10 too.
The most hated of, just about everything I've ever seen is Hearthstone, the Bethesda edition.
Oh, the Elder Scrolls Legends?
Yes.
I love how they didn't call that a collectible card game, they called that a tactical card game.
8 is Lara Croft Go.
Which one was that? That was the
cartoony looking Lara Croft game.
Yeah, the app, because they're doing a Hitman Go, and I think as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I don't hate, I gotta fall back on my stance about mobile gaming, because I have been playing Fallout Shelter since its announcement.
Yeah, I was about to say number 9 would definitely be Fallout Shelter. I have not downloaded it yet, but I have every intention of doing so.
Dude, it's great. You don't even have to be online to load it. That's been my biggest complaint with most app games, is they want you to be online. Fallout Shelter, I can not have any signal whatsoever, and I can just load in, do my collections, kill, do whatever happens, make 2 of them breed.
Make the forced lovin's.
No, it's not forced. You just throw 2 characters into a room, and it maximizes their happiness. And if they're male and female, they has the sex.
Oh God. Number 10.
Good top 10, Morgan. Good top 10.
Shit.
Those noises you hear right now are me playing Fallout Shelter.
My number 10 is Pathfinder, the Advanced Class Guide.
Oh, yeah, that looked good.
It was. Mm-hmm. It is. I have it. I hate the class creation system, though.
Yeah.
Because it isn't a creation system at all. It's the same damn thing that's been written about classes in...
Yeah. Okay. Aside from that, you need to check out Green Ronin's new system that Will Wheaton helped them develop for his their fantasy ARG system. It's what they used. It's a modified version of what they're using for their Dragon Age RP, and it's what's being used in the Ashes of Valhalla system that Will Wheaton's using for his RPG show, which is 2
I'll
episodes
have
in
to
now
check
and
this
really
out.
good.
I'll have to check this out.
Yeah, that's
I'm back.
gonna. All right, Jesse, your turn.
I had to run off after I got back.
Okay, you're here now.
The kittens got loose.
Okay.
Um.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you a top 10 because I gave everyone else a top 10.
Okay.
Top 10s for everybody.
I think I might have only.
Wait, before she goes, read Morgan's out.
Morgan's top 10 is real simple in no particular order because he didn't number his, and Ryan didn't have to. Star Wars, Halo, Fallout, Arkham Knight, South Park, Unraveled, Tomb Raider, French Guy, Fallout Shelter, and just the fact that they're making a physical Pip-Boy. Not the addition, the fact that they made a Pip-Boy.
He also added Horizon.
Oh, yeah. And, oh, God, Horizon looked good. I forgot about that, too. Horizon looked amazing. Daniel is just...
I agree with him.
Yes. But did you have to do it 3 times?
In wrestling, there's a rule of 3.
Yeah, I know.
I follow that.
Yeah, I know.
Chico.
Stop being a mark for the beard.
Chico. What?
But Jesse, your top 10.
HoloLens, backwards compatibility, South Park, Tomb Raider, both Final Fantasies.
I forgot about the world of Final Fantasy.
I'm combining that as
God,
one.
no.
It's chibi
No.
and cute.
Yes, I
liked
hate.
it. I got
no.
excited when I saw Vivi.
Which may not be Vivi, maybe just a black mage. I hope it's Vivi, because people will riot if he's not in that game now.
Still, I had a cat named Vivi because he was black, and we called him Vivi. What was I? I was on 5.
I guess you would call him Vivi if that was his name, but I'm not sure about these things.
I had 5 more. Gears. Fallout. Halo. Star Wars. And The Last Guardian.
The Last Guardian looked good. I was really glad that it,
Oh, forgot that too.
I fell in love with that dog monster thing.
yeah. I'm really glad that we saw gameplay. I'm really glad that that's confirmation that that the game is still being made. I know a lot of people were just like, it's not happening anymore. We haven't heard anything in 4 years. But yeah, I'm happy Last Guardian is still going strong. My top 5/10. In no particular order: HoloLens, the Elite Controller, backwards compatibility, Halo, Gears, Final Fantasy VII, Kingdom Hearts 3, Fallout, everything. Doom, and Unraveled. Yeah, I've prepped this list. I knew I was going to do this.
And then you
Oh.
put us on the spot. You son of a bitch.
And the Uber spot goes to Star Wars, which is above all 10. So, yeah.
I'm surprised you're saying that about Tor, Russell.
Not Tor, Battlefront.
Oh, Battlefront. Okay, never mind.
Star Wars.
The only one I saw was Tor, so...
Oh, Battlefront looked amazing. DICE has actually done something good.
I think Battlefront was shown at what Microsoft's.
Was that Microsoft's?
EA's.
Was that Sony's? And was that EA's?
Yep, and Sony had an exclusive video, and EA had the big one.
EA had the big one. Microsoft had the Hoth battle. Sony had the Jakku battle.
Sony's was like a more of a mission base. It wasn't
Yeah.
like a
What the hell is it?
match or whatever.
Jakku.
Jakku is a battle that's going to be happening at the same time as the battle for Endor. It's the planet, the desert planet you're seeing in the Episode 7 trailers.
Oh.
We're going to find out why that Star Destroyer is just parked in the sand. And Battlefront's going to tell you.
That's actually kind of confusing and difficult because the entire Imperial fleet was at Endor. That was part of the whole trap thing, was the entire fleet was there.
I doubt that. I'd say a majority of the fleet was there. There are some ships you couldn't have pulled away from a point because it was too strategic. Even the Emperor's not that idiotic.
Yes, he is. He's drunk on his own power.
That's the dark side. Of course he is. Other than that, EA was flipping amazing. Not EA. E3 was amazing. Well, when I say parked, it kind of went a nosedive straight into the sand, Morgan. If you haven't seen the Force Awakens trailers, look at them. But other than that, E3 this year was amazing. I stayed glued to YouTube's at E3, and they have announced a new program called YouTube Gaming. I'm going to go ahead and kind of explain that real quick. I think it's going to be, they're trying to pull all their Let's Play channels to it. It's going to definitely be, I think, a streaming service to compete with Twitch, but they're definitely wanting gamers on this. It's a dedicated section of YouTube just for gaming.
I'm surprised they don't have one dedicated to porn.
Technically, you're not allowed to put hardcore porn on YouTube.
Well, no, but I'm surprised there isn't like well, there is YouPorn, but I doubt that's. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
It's not YouTube based. It's not owned by Google. It's just a clever use of the parody, like most porn. But you can visit the website. It's gaming.youtube.com. It takes you to a coming soon. They're saying it's going to start in sometime this summer, and you can click to get notified. You might be seeing more stuff from me on there. Hopefully. Maybe. It depends. I need to stream a lot more.
We might start doing something at some point, maybe. It might include Diablo.
Yeah.
We're not sure yet.
Me and Ryan are still working out the kinks of a Diablo live stream. Mostly it's me introducing him to the system, to the world of Diablo, and
a lot of mouse clicking.
yeah. Oh god, it's gonna be a lot of mouse clicking.
So, are we ending the show here?
I think it's a good place to end. We've been going for an hour and a half, a little bit about.
Well, my big question was, there have been other things besides E3 that have happened, such as the
not exactly because
end of the Game of Thrones finale, and
I've not seen it yet, so don't you go spoiling crap for me.
and Jurassic
I'm
World.
thinking Jurassic World.
Yeah, okay.
Daniel, did you go see it?
I have not been able to go see it.
Well, Daniel, you suck.
I do.
I reiterate my last statement to you. We are no longer friends.
Oh, that
I only have
hurt.
one thing to say. We need more teeth.
glad that's the scene you walked away from. Like, that's the one that stuck with you.
Yes, I love that.
My favorite one was when the kid asked, "Who's the alpha?" Chris Pratt's like, "I am."
I am.
It was good. Like, it was this very big love letter to the original movie. It acknowledged all 3 original movies in a sense. It directly references 1, but it doesn't discount 2 or 3. But it doesn't have to directly reference them.
Yeah.
And by referencing 1, you just assume 2 and 3 are a part of that.
Yeah. Like, the only thing I didn't see a direct connection to, especially in the Indominus Rex, was the Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
Like, the thing that I saw that related the 2 of them was probably the long arms.
Yeah, but that could have also been from the fact of they used every predator known to man for that DNA.
Yeah, they did.
Like, raptor, T-Rex, cuttlefish, tree frogs, just to name the ones they directly named. If you paid attention to the animals in the cages in the lab, you saw a whole bunch more that made it just as deadly.
I love the fish, though.
The cuttlefish?
No, not the cuttlefish.
Oh.
The big fish.
Oh, what is that dinosaur's name?
Mogasaur. I'm not.
Yeah, it's the biggest species known to history. Like, it's bigger than a sperm whale. And I love that that's how they ended it. It's just like, oh, there's lunch on the land. Grab. Though I do feel bad for the chick that played Morgana in Merlin. Getting tossed back and forth by a freaking pterodactyl to only be ate by a fish. Like, and it's sad because they introduced that character and you're like, she's gonna die. And then you go,
Yeah.
how? The entire movie, I'm just like, how?
I love the whole.
When the boys started going through the field and through the woods,
Yeah.
it was just amazing because the fear on the little boy's face.
It was great. If you haven't seen Jurassic World, go see it. Daniel, you're still my best friend, so go see it, please. If you want, I will take you the next time you have a day off.
I want to go.
Jesse, you live in
I've offered myself to go with somebody like 3 times, and it's not been. I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
You live in Welch. You're difficult too.
No one thought she would live, Morgan.
I will walk to Princeton and meet you guys in Princeton.
That's past Welch for us.
Is it not close to you guys?
Like, the
Right
fastest
here?
way to Princeton, the fastest way for us to get to Princeton is to go through Welch on 52.
Yes, yes, it is.
Go by my house. I'll jump in.
That is a long
It's a
ass
really big
trip.
house.
And no, Morgan, I don't think anybody thought she would live.
Nope.
Just the introduction to that character said, I'm gonna die.
She was essentially an analog for the lawyer from the first film.
Yes.
Yeah.
He died a lot sooner.
The only reason she lived so long is because she never actually made it out into the park.
No. She only died when all hell broke loose. And pterodactyls took her over the water.
The redhead assistant, I can't remember her name. I don't remember.
I need to get stuff off of my
Oh
computer.
my god.
I need to delete stuff.
My favorite part about that movie is still the Tyrannosaur and the Velociraptor working together. They're getting the shit beat out of them, and fish.
I was really disappointed that Blue, like, you knew he was gonna die when all of the other raptors are named for the phonetic alphabet except for Beta, whose name is Blue. You knew he was going to live because of that.
Yeah, he was the only one they humanized.
Yep. Oh no, they humanized the whole bunch. It's just he had the name. And
Blue.
the entire
That's what I
time
mean. The other ones are C, D, and E.
pretty much. Charlie, Tank,
Charlie, Delta,
and
Charlie, Delta, and Echo.
Echo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Blue was also named Blue because he had a blue stripe running
Yeah,
down
he
his
had
side.
the blue stripe.
Or she. Sorry.
Yeah. But the entire time, I'm just like, that's my boy, Blue. That's my boy.
I thought the exact same thing. I came home that night, and I looked at Melanie, and I said the only thing that would have been better if Chris Pratt had looked at the D-Rex and started dancing.
No, I think the one thing
Dance
that got,
off.
I think the one thing that actually made that better, because a lot of people were nervous about Chris Pratt as an actor, because I'm surprised the amount of people who don't watch Parks and Rec, who don't watch Parks and Recreation. I really am. But the biggest concern was that Chris Pratt was very, like, Star-Lord was very similar to his Park and Rec's character. The only difference was Chris Pratt is now ripped and not the chubby kid.
I want to start Parks and Rec so bad.
Yeah, I want to start it too.
I saw a clip of it and I instantly wanted to start
such a good
watching.
series. Chris, like, oh my god, I love Parks and Rec.
Never watched it.
It's oh my
Me
god. But the thing that made me happy was this is such a different character than Star-Lord. Was such a different character, and it just shows that Chris Pratt is maybe capable of a wider range of characters than we think.
The only thing that really kind of sucks, though, is they're gonna... Well, yes, it does, but they're gonna screw this movie up by giving it a sequel.
Yeah.
And Chris Pratt has doomed his career because he's signed on to do a unidentified number of sequels.
Has he doomed his career, or has he just padded it?
Well, my
Because
guess
there's some
is he's
people-
padded it, but he's...
There are some people very happy to play the same character for the rest of their lives, and that be their baby.
Well, yeah, Tony Stark.
And look at that. Even between movies, he had time to do some really good films. And no, I'm not talking about Sherlock Holmes. Like, that recent lawyer movie he did was kind of funny and good. So,
I
yeah,
want to watch that so bad.
I just don't remember the name, where his dad's his dad's the...
Whoa. Crap.
It's kind of funny. We're sitting here talking about dinosaurs, and I have one of the Velociraptor Zord in my hand from the new Power Rangers series.
I have to send you guys something.
Okay.
It's
I love that they actually admitted in the movie that these dinosaurs would look a lot different if we actually used the proper genetic codes.
If we could finish the genetic code properly and we weren't substituting amphibian code. Yeah, I love
found that
that
on
too.
Twitter.
I love that they addressed the feather issue, because that was every scientist's big complaint. Was that's hilarious.
I found that on Twitter. So squirreled.
But yeah, they addressed the feather issue, because that was every scientist's big thing was. What the after the trailer launched was there was no feathers on the dinosaurs.
Well, I mean, that would have been too big of a departure from the original movies.
No.
It would have.
That wasn't to you.
Even movie 3 added quills on the heads of the raptors because of, at the time, feathers were still theoretical. Now we're 100% sure dinosaurs had feathers.
So basically what happened is, as nature took its course on those islands, they started to fix their genetic codes. But when humans got involved again, the genetic code was screwed up again.
Well, for all we know about Isla Sorna, the second island, is they still haven't touched that. Because from what it looks like with Isla Nubla, they just started rebreeding dinosaurs there. I did like that they got the scientists from the first movie back.
Yeah, Henry Wu, that was a good one.
I like him. He does very little bad.
I hate the whole military.
Yeah, that was aggravating, but I don't see them getting funding from anyone else.
Yeah, and I can't, again, with the sequel, I can't see how it would work because it's not going to be the park. It's not going to be the island. It's going to be some military experiment that goes wrong. And it's going to be somewhere where a lot of people are going to die.
Yeah, I mean, that's the fatal flaw, is you're creating a theme park about animals, but you're focusing on the man-eating predators as your main attractions, and not the majesty that is these beasts.
Yeah.
So I do have to say one thing about Chris Pratt. Like, when he pointed out the initial problem with the Indominus Rex, it was like, it's been in that cage its whole life, alone.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Because scientists agree T-Rexes did family units. There was a mother, a father, and a child, and when the child got old enough, the father ran him off. Raptors are pack-based because we found too many sites where it's just raptor bone on top of raptor bone.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very determined that they lived in packs. Like, it was a good movie, and I'm really glad. It was very much a love story to the original film. It was very much a good way to move forward with the franchise. I would love to see a sequel, but I think the sequel needs to be maybe coming back years later to try to reclaim the park and keep the animals from breeding out of control.
Or go back to Isla Sorna. Do something with Second Island. Don't do a military project. Please, God, don't do a military project.
I do like Site B. Site B was probably my favorite island.
Yes. Oh, but the thing is number 3 didn't happen on Isla Sorna. It happened on Isla Nublar.
Yeah, island Site A.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I was happy. Everything went back to the original island.
No, I was just saying number 3 took place on Site A.
No.
Because it sounded like, yeah, it did.
Number 2 and 3 both took place on Isla Nubla. The reason...
Isla Nubla is...
Not Isla Nubla, Isla Sorna, which is Site B. The reason being was, when they asked Grant to take him there, he's like, I have no experience with this island. I was on the other island, and there's nothing left there.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah. Well,
although I think it would be kind of interesting if they didn't come with the next one, but it was, instead of it being about Isla Nublar as the park, what if it was the San Diego counterpart that was discussed in The Lost World.
That park failed immediately because a T-Rex got loose in
I know, but so did Isla Nublar. But they turned it around and made it a success.
Yeah.
And who's to say Jurassic Park isn't Disney World?
Okay. Daniel, have we lost you because we're talking about the movie you haven't seen yet?
The Judge.
The Judge? That's the movie?
The Judge. Yeah.
Okay.
The Judge? What?
It's a movie that is not Iron Man starring Robert Downey Jr.
Oh.
It's
I didn't know there were any movies like that anymore.
Can someone kick Ryan for me, please? Daniel?
What?
Did you leave and just come back?
No, I kept muting my mic every time the phone would ring.
Oh, okay. But, yeah.
I think I'm done.
Yeah, I've got no more to say other than go see the movie. It was really awesome.
Go see the movie a few times.
Yeah, Melanie and I are gonna, sometime this week, we're gonna go see it in 3D. We saw it in 2D.
I saw it in 2D, and I'm not gonna lie. I did not see any shots in that movie, except maybe for one or two roaring shots that made me interested in seeing it again in 3D.
There was blood splatter.
A little bit, but even then, like, I'm gonna stay by this. The best movie I've seen in 3D was the Harold and Kumar Christmas movie. Because they panned their shots for 3D. And I'm playing Fallout Shelter again.
Anyway,
I'm gonna go try to buy Resident Evil 4.
since we're not going to talk about Game of Thrones,
Nope, because I'm so far behind, it's not funny.
now would be a good time to end the episode, I suppose.
Is there anything
I
else?
just bought season 1.
Yeah, Jesse's playing catch up the hard way.
I'm doing it the hard way.
Oh no, I'm gonna say I'm doing it the hard way when I get Russell to come over the next 5 days.
I only have 1, 2, and 3, and 4 doesn't have a DVD copy.
4 doesn't have a DVD copy?
No, they didn't do a Blu-ray DVD set. They just did Blu-ray and DVD. And I'm not buying the DVD for 4. I'm buying the Blu-ray.
I bought
Do
the
you already
Blu-ray and have no way to watch the Blu-ray.
You have a PlayStation 4, don't you?
It's downstairs.
PlayStation. Yeah, you have a Blu-ray player.
Downstairs.
What about your PS3?
Else is. And my brother still has my 3.
You need to get that back.
He needs
Go
to
downstairs. I mean, or bring the...
I don't really want to watch Tyrion Lannister have sex in front of my 11-year-old sister.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's
My
a lot
mom.
of stuff that, yeah, you can't expose her to in that.
Okay, so
Like-
disconnect
Like
the
Cersei and...
PlayStation 4 from your the television downstairs and bring it to your room.
Okay, it's complicated because that is the quote-unquote family console that is mine because I bought it for
Wait,
me.
do you have a 1?
It's not hooked up. It's still packed away.
Unpack it! A 1 has a Blu-ray player.
I just never realized I could probably watch it on my computer now that I have a charger.
No,
No?
there's... I think Windows 10...
Movie!
Windows 10 might have a Blu-ray player codec, but as of right now, there is no Blu-ray codec for the PC. There are Blu-ray readers, but there is no codec to play those movies.
I need my 1.
So yeah, you're gonna have to get your 1 unpacked and that way.
I hate moving. I've moved 3 times into the past month into the same two houses.
Move out, move back in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry about that, everybody.
It's okay.
Nobody
The real
figured
world.
out how to work the hollow end, but we're going to call it here.
Yeah.
Follow me at Button the Chosen.
I'm at Robo_Luchador.
Bye, girl, Jesse.
Daniel,
At
Daniel.
Dirtmaster17.
thank you all for coming out. This episode should be up Monday for download. We will see everyone on our regular schedule next week, and we'll might not making any guarantees. There might be a post Comic-Con live episode, but Comic-Con news is so much harder to get than E3 news. We will see you all again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.